You were born to be swift and strong.
Yup. It's true. What happened?
You were born to be swift and strong.
Even the dead rise to challenge me here.
Quit.
It's nice not to be dead yet.
What the fuck? I clicked that like 3 times. Come on.
Now there's a lion eyes. While we live, we are blessed.
Do you think you are savage enough to face the light?
It's big boy.
The dead should remember their place.
It's the guy I'm playing. They didn't announce a gauntlet, did they? They're like, they haven't been doing those. Come on, Marauder.
I live to see another dawn.
You can do it.
Fine work with.
We hate that. Oh, I don't have... Dude, we hate that. What?
Stay sharp.
Lion eyes. Goodbye.
I am surrounded by living corpses, dying Oriathans.
I don't know what to do. I like, didn't get a weapon. I don't know about this one. Woo. Give. You really going? Dude, those are the fire resistant Roas that would show up on every witch run. But I'm not the witch.
Dominus wanted me to die here. I will disappoint him.
One red, two Giamma.
Yeah? Coral ring, yeah?
Wisdom.
And this feels bad without a two-hander. Is this an RF angle? No. What gem level is RF? Do you get that at the end of Act 3? Because we're probably done gaming by the time we get it. Fuck it, we go up this, I think. I've never used Righteous Fire before at all, ever. I kind of hate that it exists. Pretty bad. At least from the perspective that it gives spell damage. Yeah, that was a turnarounder. I don't know. Is insane that I have not been able to buy a weapon. World first. Never seen that happen before. I love weapons. I like being able to buy them. I like it when my Marauder character has weapons.
Take care.
I don't know what to do about it. Cry, I think. All I got. Oh, and I'm gonna I goofed a bit there. I was supposed to buy a bunch of stuff. When I was thinking about the weapon. It has to be like a 1 in a trillion. Like a triple billion.
You were born to be swift and strong.
The bow speedrun end? I got to Act 10 and then I didn't like bows and I stopped. I think I learned enough to know that I'm probably never gonna do that again. But also that wasn't really a speedrun. That was part of BPL, which I also ended up really not enjoying. Because it's a whole community event. It's basically PoE communism, where you just give away everything you find to your team for someone who needs it. So I like dropped a divine orb in Act 10. And then I just gave it away to someone who's the crafter for the team who needs the divine orbs. And it felt like the most hollow, empty feeling of like, man, that's it, huh? Then I looked on trade and someone gave me a 5 link for free. And then I think I was done after that.
Fine work.
We paranoid by that. I'm supposed to sell rather than vendor this shit, but I fucked up.
Do you think you are savage enough to face them?
Soul crushing? I don't know. I was on a character I didn't like very much in endgame in an event where it was all endgame focused. I had to do endgame stuff because it was, you know, you just got your character to endgame, but doing endgame stuff. And I didn't really like the character, and it turns out that I don't find communism very enjoyable. Feels weird. Capitalism's pretty cool. It's really like the whole point of the game. And it doesn't really exist in BPL.
Rustic sash.
I live to see another dawn.
We like that. We got a rustic sash. We take the gems out. Go in the town. We reset. We vendor walk on this guy successfully the first time. We check purchase. I really need a regex for that.
Lion eyes. Be well.
But I always forget on the first run. I can't see all the items. Give me. I should have bought. But I couldn't because I didn't get the stuff first. Zoom, zoom.
I am surrounded by living corpses, dying Oriathans.
Wait a sec. Wait a sec. Fuck. I'm did I think I bought a pair of gloves and then sold them back. Yeah, that's what I mean. My vendoring on mule situation has not been great. Your first time participating in like a way where I could actually participate. I played BPL like one time before but didn't really do anything. I don't even know if I got to endgame. I signed up, barely played, average user. This one I was like, I'm gonna get there and I'm gonna try out an Abyss League start on bow characters and see how League starting bow goes. And then I was like, I don't like League starting bow characters. It was like that's what I set out to learn. I learned quick. I didn't like it. Or at least I could see ways that I would, but the setup that I tried I didn't really like.
Wisdom.
Dominus wanted me to die.
But
I will disappoint him.
the endgame communism really is what got me. But I would have felt more motivated to do solo self-found. And then we streamed the other night, and my runs went, they were like the worst runs I've ever had because I usually don't stream. I keep messing that up. And then my internet went out at like midnight, and then I finished the one run that I was on, and it was, better than the witch run that I did. It was like the best run of the night. So we're gonna keep trying to remove the streamer debuff that I somehow place upon myself. Also, I really need a loot filter that I actually like. It would make such a huge difference for so I like the one that I had for caster. I might have to like learn to edit it myself. But this melee speedrun loadout is just not it, you know? Oh man, we didn't get level 4. Oh man, I didn't buy the momentum support.
Take care.
Now, farewell.
Oh man, this transition is awful. Makes you like, yeah, you always have to be online. And that's a good thing. It's a very good thing. I think every time people come over to an action RPG and they see like, oh man, always online, and then it's like a whole bunch of hate threads. Diablo 4 had them. If Diablo 4 were not always online, it would have not even been worth trying. How did I finish running the internet? The internet came back like 30 minutes later, and I saw the timer. Frozen, frozen, frozen. Hoorah, I'm dead. Gonna keep going. Dude, I keep forgetting too, Marauder doesn't get a movement ability until like the game's over. So there was a long period of time where Diablo 2 was like the action RPG. It was the only one people played because it was really the only one that existed. Nobody else had even attempted to make one for whatever unknown reasons. And then the very first one that was like a serious competitor was Titan Quest. Titan Quest came out. Titan Quest and Grim Dawn have never had online, always online servers. So basically what you can do is hack whatever item you want into the game. And then because you can do that, there's like no community, no economy. Finding items is irrelevant. There's hacked maps where you can just pick up any item you want. And even if you don't engage with that, like knowing it exists defeats the whole purpose of an action RPG existing. Where you're like, oh dude, I finally, in like Path of Exile, I finally got a headhunter. I've been trying to get a headhunter forever. And like, if you didn't have always online servers, you would just like check out the item one time offline and then go cool and then never play again. Which is a big part of what initially set Path of Exile apart, because Mr. Chris Wilson, for all the weird shit he's done and said lately that they haven't followed up on, was well aware that they put economy of the game above like everything else and made sure the item servers and everything were super duper airtight. Which has they've had a couple of weird like item dupe bugs on some league launches that they were very good at handling and reverting and making sure it didn't affect the economy. To the point where I think I would even say they had less of those issues than Diablo 2 had. Diablo 2...
Wisdom.
I don't know, it's hard to say how bad the problems were in Diablo 2. I guess you could just overload their servers and dupe items. Not that it was like a known thing how to do that or what to do or how it worked. But yeah, like the whole hype around Diablo 4 endgame races to do like Uber Lilith and all that stuff would not exist if the game had an offline mode.
Wisdom.
Because it'd be like day one, Diablo 4 comes out, some journalist pops into Uber Lilith with a hacked character and like shows it being done and the strategies for doing it, and then there'd be no like build up to this is how a person spent time gearing up and preparing for it and actually doing it. And even like there still would be people doing that, but there'd be like no hype behind it at all. Because once people see the thing, it's kind of over. Alt indeed. Dude, I got machine gunned. No way that leads somewhere. But yeah, I think PoE on launch, if it had offline servers, would have like died within a year.
Wisdom.
Yeah, this is gonna just end up being the Rage Vortex character. I really like it. It is like the Marauder speedrun guy. Dude, we didn't put down a portal. Oh, we did. I might end up experimenting with some other melee starts. Really just learn as much as I can. But I think I also learned I don't like witch leveling. I like any spellcaster leveling and all the... I don't know. I always end up enjoying melee characters as much as I know they're not great. Let's go Rage Vortex. Unfortunately, if we do Act 3 only, you kind of switch to Rage Vortex at the very end of Act 3. To the point that if I don't go past Act 3, I don't even think it's worth switching. Especially, dude, what? Especially because, you would do Labyrinth before Dominus, and I put Lab on the splits for that reason. But really, after you make that transition into Rage Vortex, you really don't have to use your brain again for like an hour. So maybe it just might be good to get used to doing it. Oh, I never split Prism.
While we live, we are blessed.
You managed to kill a... I've traveled... Stay sharp out there.
Yikes. Here is the most awkward part. Oh no, we bought... Okay, we bought Frostblink and we have a blue. Okay, never mind. Awkwardness averted. The true awkward part is going to be that I didn't prioritize getting a healing potion. And I am past the point of being able to really do that for myself before Brutus. Is it feasible to play this game without a meta build before endgame? Yep. It is feasible to open this game. This is going to be a shock. It's feasible to open this game, not know what you're doing, and beat the game. Matter of fact, I'd say 100% of the people who don't give up beat the game.
Wisdom. Wisdom.
Those are some crazy stats for you. Rip, I'll never beat the game. True. Sorry to pile on like that, but no, there's no hope. And the bar is just keep playing. There's a game mode called Ruthless where you don't get skill gems. Most items don't drop. You get almost no items at all. So by like end game, you have like a 2-linked skill, which is, we already should have a 3-link in Act 1 right now for me. And you know, people still beat the game on Ruthless. You don't need all the shit that it gives you. So even if you like miss doing 9 out of 10 of the things your character could benefit from, you can beat the game.
Your brawn is about to meet its match, Brute. Give the warden my regard.
I think it is. I think it legitimately is piety. I don't know. I think our damage is high enough that not having any heals is not going to matter.
You think me horror? I will show you what true horror is.
Ow, dude. We'll see about that. If I die in Brutus, I'm resetting. This is a really long Brutus fight. Holy crap. Maybe I didn't have as much damage as I thought I did. Oh, because I don't have a 3-link. My axe is good, but I never got a 3-link. And all the axes I found had like green. And he was almost killing me because I have no armor.
Goodbye.
Actually, while I'm here, we're gonna buy... We can't...
Goodbye.
20-minute Brutus. I think that's a reset no matter what. Yeah, that's... Marauder Act 1 is really... I feel like if you fuck anything up and you don't do everything perfectly, it just feels so bad. Because you don't get a movement skill until prison. I mean, I think the run didn't go great, but it didn't feel like 20-minute Brutus great. Like 21 minutes, I would say it's slow if we were killing Marvel right now, and it's going to take us like 5 to 6 minutes to get there. So this run, I don't know. Things went bad, but not that bad, and I don't know what happened. And the number one thing I want to avoid on Marauder starts is a slow Act 1. Because, so yesterday we were doing Witch. Witch is like one of the fastest starts. They don't really need much help. I'm kind of slow at it compared to like, best runs. And we finished like a pretty shitty Witch run at like 117 Dominus kill. Then I did, the off stream because internet went out. I did a Marauder. My prison was like 5 minutes slower because I'm muling on Marauder, so I have to start Duelist, then start Marauder, and then slow walk and not have a movement ability. And it's so much slower than Witch, and I still beat the time by like 10 minutes. That the Witch did. Just because like once you actually get the things, like starting the point like right after Brutus where I was right at when I ended there is when you get Leap Slam and you just start speeding up, and it kind of exponentially turns into a race car after that. But like getting to Brutus efficiently is the hardest part for sure. I'm considering trying to figure out how to do it without muling from Duelist, but I think that's probably flat out worse. I've done it before. You have to buy like 6 more gems later on in the run. It becomes like a little bit of a mess because you eventually want to make the transition to Rage, Vortex, and Blade Storm, and you need a lot of the stuff that you got from Duelist. It's considered a fast run. Depends on the category. So like some speedruns do Act 5 only. There are 10 acts, and if you do Act 5 only, you just kind of blast and go. You like stop leveling at a certain point because you can just already beat Act 5, so you skip a lot of stuff, and then those runs can be really, really, really fast. But an Act 10 run, a really good one, I would say would be like 2 hours, 40 minutes is like, damn, that's insane. Great job. You're doing good. Anything under 3 hours for Act 10 is like, that's fantastic. Anything under 3 hours 30 minutes is still in the ballpark of like good enough. Great job. Very, very fast. Very few people can do that. I would say like the average person who is also experienced at the game does like a 6-hour league start. So 3 hours 30 is like a minimum I want to hit, but it's still very fast. But this game is deceptively really fucking hard. So being able to do two like cutting an hour off of that time, it's really hard to see how much shit you can really optimize. So I'm just gonna do the same thing again.
You were born to be swift and strong.
But I'm gonna try and just be really, really quick and focus on these Act 1s because Marauder needs like a flawless Act 1.
Even the dead rise to challenge me here.
Could it be map layouts? That's a question I ask myself all the time. I think I could have saved like 2 minutes on that run from vendoring quicker and entering the submerged passage a little bit quicker from vendoring. And if I was at Brutus at 18 instead of 20, then I would have been like, okay, this is not great, but okay. So I really think the difference there might have just been some inefficient item management, but I got like these first 2 runs I've done today, I get 2 opportunities at buying an axe from the vendor because I get Duelist and I get Berserker Man.
It's nice not to
And for both runs, the 4 attempts I've had at that, I have had no choices from the vendor, which is pretty trash. Also, hold on, pause. I keep forgetting to do the regex because I keep talking at the beginning of the run. Unpause. It's already goofy because I could have vendor walked. This is already like significantly better because we got a 2-link axe. Like we haven't even got the bare minimum of that.
While we live, we are blessed.
Do you think you are savage enough to face the land?
But I know for a fact, like right there, just from the vendoring of Duelist to Marauder, I could have saved, if that was done like very well, I could have saved 30 seconds already. Like if there was a short Twilight Strand and we vendored perfectly. And then that shit adds up. I'm just practicing to be good. And all the benefits that come with being good.
One red, 2 Giallo.
I live to see another dawn.
Oh, that was weird. It said 1 red 2G armor, but it also gave me a 2 red 1G, which is actually what we want.
Fine work with
I guess it spoke over him.
farewell.
Lion Eyes what?
No iron rings.
We are blessed.
Wait, fuck. I'm gonna pause. I don't want to like reset and have my time be super off just because I was really dumb one time.
Surrounded by living corpses, dying Moriathans.
For like such a minor thing while I'm thinking about stuff. What the hell just happened? I think this has been happening. I clicked on the socket to put ground slam in this, and it didn't go in, and then I clicked to walk forward, and I think I just threw ground slam on the floor. You need your pixel perfect. Okay. Hey, let's save those 30 seconds on the perfect vendor.
You were born to be swift and strong.
Perfect vendor, perfect vendor, perfect vendor, perfect vendor, perfect vendor. Dude, he's gonna go sicko mode on these vendors.
Even the dead
He's gonna
rise to
click the UI in ways that you didn't even know that you could. He's amped up. He's amping. His APM is rising. He's clicking W so fast. I slammed the ground slam to the floor. Ashley, that is correct. There's some weird trigger points there where normally there's like a tutorial that doesn't let you walk forward, and I swear that it like stops your movement even when it doesn't exist, and you need to re-click. Okay, we want a 130 standing up as Marauder. That would be... That's not gonna happen. I think maybe you need like a really short Twilight stand to get those. Because we're barely gonna walk in this gate by like 110.
It's nice not to be dead yet.
$115.
Fine work with him. Farewell.
Now, Lion Eyes.
And then I try and rush, and I didn't check for the axe.
Do you think you are savage enough to face the land?
Wait, I do think that was 20 seconds quicker than last time. I think. Was it? I don't know.
The dead should remember their place.
I have no idea. Actually, I don't think it was 20, but it was quicker. Inventory does feel like a little anti-mechanic. I don't know what that means. That might be because English isn't my first language. And in English, we don't really have anti-mechanics. Or in my native language, which is not English. And dude, it is so sad how many times they've actually buffed Heavy Strike. I'm struggling to kill fucking Hillock with it, which they give you to kill Hillock. Explicitly give you Heavy Strike to kill Hillock. Twilight Strand is random. There's some faster ones. No axe. Love it. Blue socket sucks. Then we don't have enough scrolls because we haven't opened our chest yet, which is bad vendor. Waste time, bad vendor. We leave. We leave in shame. Anti-speedrun friendly? Most speedruns are... Hey guys, we're not gonna talk till after Brutus. Most speedruns are vendoring. If you like really look at a speedrun, like Resident Evil, whatever game you're playing, the amount of preparedness that you need to use menus as quickly as possible is always a big hurdle.
You were born to be swift and strong.
Okay, we went faster than 140 on this. I missed my split, so I stood up weird, but it's fine.
Even the dead rise to challenge me here.
Huh? Huh? Like, even something like Elden Ring, when you get to a bonfire waypoint, and you sit down and you need to know, like, it is exactly 3 down, like 1 to the right to teleport to the next zone as quickly as possible. And if you do that across the whole run and save 2 seconds on every single bonfire because you knew the exact buttons to press without having to like visually look at it, shit adds up.
It's nice not to be dead yet.
Fine work with.
We don't like that, but we buy it because our luck's been that kind of way. Then I'm supposed to talk to her and vendor and both fuck. Still talk to chat.
While we live, we are blessed.
I'm just gonna keep blaming you guys. It's easier than accepting that I'm bad.
Do you think you are savage enough to face?
I think that was actually like 2 seconds faster than before. So yeah, there's a lot of room on that first vendor to remember to do the things in the order that I know to do them in, which is crazy. No clock restart? It's the same run. We're a different character. We get Duelist to town and then we pick Marauder. And then we kill Hillock as slow as you possibly can on Marauder. And I can't believe they like intentionally tried to rework starting speedrun stuff a patch or two ago, and they kept Marauder with the Driftwood Club with Heavy Strike. Give the man a two-hander.
Fine work with.
Talamore, Lionize what be well. Hello. Take care.
Still alive.
Wait a sec, I'm confused.
Farewell.
I'm heckin' confused. Didn't I?
I am surrounded by
I know what I did. And I'm very disappointed in myself. And I keep doing it because I keep doing one thing out of order on Duelist. The Duelist is supposed to sell all the shit, and then I don't. And then I go on my Marauder, and I'm like, damn, I have to sell all this shit. And then I sold the axe that I bought to keep. Okay, chat, you're not real until Brutus. I'm gonna die. I don't have armor. These Roa's fucking crazy out here.
Dominus wanted me to die here. I will disappoint him.
Be brave, sons of bitches. Dude, it's crazy how much I don't have that well, no, I guess I'm only missing a link. It's not a lot that I don't have. But I just like Marauder starts, man, where you can ground slam once and most of the rowers are just like, cool, we'll die. Oof. Okay, level 4. Kill Quabs. That's not so bad. That was even with that turnaround, that's not just knowing to turn around there is the good thing. We were buying all that shit from Nessa that we need.
I don't. While we
Then
live
we're
we
talking to
bless.
Tarkley and vendor walking the shit out of him and then leaving. Putting momentum in here. Switching to perforate. Being upset that we don't have a movement skill yet and getting stuck on a monster.
Wisdom.
Probably need that wisdom, but we're already gone. Looking to drop our portal off with the kids. Looking for any other red socket at any point on any item. Pretty much. Looking for a melee league start loot filter. I'm sure someone has a good one somewhere. Eight-minute ledge should be pretty good considering the duelist mule.
To kill is to live and break last.
It's like otherwise I would say a 7-minute ledge without it would be good.
Wisdom.
We really need another red socket, though. It's been a lot of magic packs here.
Wisdom.
No, 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 no.
Alchemy.
Yes, yes, yes. Walk. Walk, please.
Wisdom. Wisdom.
Yeah, this filter doesn't even announce life flasks, which is a shame. A lot of stuff missing that it doesn't. I liked the other one a lot better, but it was for caster sockets, and I can't use it unless I figure out how to do it. Oh my god. Me no armor. Me gets stun locked by Skeleton Man arrow. And I want that.
Two red, one the armor.
The slave is not a man. The slave is not even worthy of death.
And this is that awkward spot where if you don't have enough levels, you... I guess we get to go Submerged Passage. Ideally, we come out of here with 2 levels. Because we need that to be able to Frostblink. And if you do Prison without Frostblink, you're bad. Kinda need it. I don't like the looks of this layout. That has to be a dead end. Should have trusted my gut. And to not have... Oh, I never split for... I gotta remember to start doing that.
Unique.
We don't use those.
Take care.
Listen, you manage. I've traveled. Stay sharp out there.
There is something I am forgetting, and it's to buy Frostblink.
While we live, we are blessed.
We are... Oh, yeah, I think it's, again, because, like, Loot Filter doesn't show flasks, so I never pick up flasks. So I always have no flasks, and no flask on Marauder is a real sad time. But to be here at 15 minutes is nice, and if we can get Brutus done quickly as possible and actually just get Leap Slam, we are happy. Ooh, I don't... That's gotta be a walk back. I'm starting to think you should almost always log out after Prison Lab. Like, there's a lot of layouts. I suppose you should pay attention to if it's a log out one, but there's a lot of prison layouts where it's better to just go back to the waypoint. Or, like, that's the only direction you could go. Though, the reason I'm probably here at 15 minutes and thinking it looks fast and is going good is because I got 2 Quicksilvers. I guess
Your
that'll
brawn
do
is
it.
about to meet its match, brute. Give the warden.
crime is trespass. Your sentence is death.
My buttons are in all sorts of weird spots.
Come.
Your spirit is the plaything of the wardens. Farewell.
I'm gonna take the time to sell all this shit.
Take care.
We need to hit level 10 as quickly as we can, then we can start going faster. This layout goofed me. It is usually over there.
Wisdom.
Every death brings me life.
Wet. 1 red, 2 G.
Okay, this prisoner's gate is my mortal enemy. It doesn't know it yet. And these small life flasks. For real.
Wisdom.
Inekora, mother of the dead, is this your land I walk upon?
I believe firmly at this point in skipping Fairgraves on Marauder. Even though he's right in front of my face, you are already... Like, unless I get an insane time and I start getting way more consistent and I get here at like 18 minutes, I do not think it is worth it. Especially with how exponentially faster you get later if you could just come back and do it. But like propelling yourself to Act 3, getting lab done,
Rustic sash.
is like, who gives a shit about Fairgraves? For how long he could end up taking. They could kill me with crits. Yo, can I wear one of these fucking flasks? I only tried to kill him because I have a crit shrine, and it still felt kind of slow. There's no mana flask as well. It's a level 13 wood splitter. We're gonna hit 13 here, and we're gonna hit it with the essence, and then we're gonna pop off. And we're gonna spend a minute readjusting our sockets. We are not gonna get blown up by suicide squids. I'm going to do all of the stuff at boss entrance. Motherfucker. We made the grave mistake of being a marauder, the slow two-hand attack character, and also being incapable of avoiding getting stun locked while attacking. In the future, I will just never attack. Requires level 13. Oh fuck, we were not 12. Never mind. Oh, that's what it is. My banner and my blood and sand are backwards from where I'd usually have them. I like this whole time been trying to figure out what feels weird about my buttons. Everything seems to be in the correct spot. But yeah, I keep dropping my banner when I don't mean to. And then being on the wrong stance and not knowing why. It's hard to adjust. This is the argument for if we did Fairgraves, we would have the opportunity to have actually been level 13 and had a better axe, and then maybe did Merville like twice as fast.
Your curse is over, Siren. Rest with Hinekora. All life is twisted in Rayclast.
Just personal improvement. Looking to see if we can get movement speed boots from that. We cannot.
What troubles you? Travel far.
That's a hard walk when I'm already that close to him. I sold the axe, didn't I? Fucking turd. We need an alteration now. Einhar's been like spawning in exits. If I go to click him, I'm just gonna teleport back and forth.
The Eternal Empire was built by sickened minds.
I don't think the start was that bad. I think I see the room for improvement, which is fine. We're still in a phase where like every single run that I do, I am learning a lot. So I think I've devolved in some ways and gotten a little bit worse in some areas that I used to not goof vendoring so much. Oh, that was the room right there. When I came down here for the essence, I got baited. I already had an essence. I shouldn't have done it, to be honest. Okay, it's unlocked. Playing Torchlight Infinite, there's so many like minor little things that I would say like, oh, I take for granted. I don't. Every time they come up and I'm reminded of them, I'm like, dude, PoE, ball grinder games, and those minor little things I'm reminded of in this moment are, there is no hit stun. And there's no block recovery. And there is no such thing as accuracy. And it's weird, but melee builds feel good. Isn't it strange how those things might go together?
That thing! It's loaded everywhere!
Here's where we're gonna have an issue. We want to buy an axe base because we sold the one that we had, even though it wasn't great because it didn't have sockets, and the sockets would have really messed us up. But also we need an alteration to get Blood Frenzy, which really like doubles your speed. But you can't really justify taking Blood Frenzy as your free reward over Herald of Ash. Wait, did she give me... Oh no, he's the one that gives it to you. Actually, I don't even know if he gets that as a reward. Wasn't paying attention. Pause, champ. Reminding myself of how I want to route this. I think we go... Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah, I know. Accuracy is a head scratcher. I mean, Diablo 2 had it. No one liked it in Diablo 2, but it is true that Diablo 2 had it. That's really all you need. Next time I'm back in town, I need to check the vendor. It's another big thing. I'm a constant forget to check vendorer. I don't even have a socket for Herald of Ash. I'll lose Ancestral Protector for it. Thought it was a fun mechanic. It really is just like a fan of Diablo 2 stuff. I'm even gonna go back to town right now. It is, this axe needed to be replaced a while ago.
Travel far.
People ain't missing. I'm a huge, I mean, they've like doubled down on it. Block recovery and stun. I hate it. It like makes sense and I get it. And if I were just having a conversation with someone about like the game design and be like, okay, yeah, I see where you're coming from. I get it. Block recovery, cool. Hit stun, cool. But then you play a game that doesn't have it, and there's really like that's it. There's no more argument. It's bad. Like, there's a handful of times I've tried to make a... Oops. Hold on, I can't finish my thought. I'm still gonna kill this. My buttons are so wrong. I forget what I was talking about. Like vaguely we're talking about hit recovery, but I can't remember what I was saying next.
One red, two Fiala. I know what I was gonna say. And then I start to say it, but I really don't have the time.
Return if you must.
I sold that fucking mask. God, that's what I mean. Like, I really just can't. It's probably a no read, like on a league start or a run that I care about. No read chat until like Act 3. I can't. I'm just doing the dumbest shit every time I get to a vendor or any sort of item choice. I got really excited that we dropped like it was like a red green helmet, and I just get to the vendor and fucking sell it every time. Sorry for distractions are like they're half want it, because half of the run is like I know exact, like right now I know exactly where I'm going, not much is happening, I'm just pressing leap slam, and then out of nowhere it's like, okay, wait, this item dropped and now I have to do like the most concise not like precise vendoring and clicking of like 30 gems and swapping 40 things out as quickly as possible, and that's when my brain turns to absolute mush. a couple times I tried to make like a Doriani's Fist Slam Templar or any sort of melee Hierophant through leveling where you're not just like skipping to endgame and gearing. The fact that he can't get very easily immune to stun is like an instant game ender. Like it doesn't matter. Nothing matters. You try and do like a slow Doriani's Fist Ignite Templar.
Your death had more.
You charge up a giant slam. I don't know why you can still get stunned out of slams. Like as a baseline, even in PoE 2 it happens. From all the footage. They show the super slow ass Marauder man wind up the hugest punch you've ever seen in your life. And then like one spider hits him out of it. And they keep talking about like game feeling, like wanting it to feel good. And like you will never have a slam character feel good if they are not default immune to stuns while slamming. Or incredibly easy to access. Like I'm surprised. I mean, they tried to nerf fortifying the ground, but I would even say while fortified, you can't be stunned by like melee attacks or something. Like a little bit of like stun recovery or something while fortified. Damn, Oak is healing.
Your reign is over, Bandit King.
It's raining? Huh?
Use time, sir. Keep your wits about you.
Can't give slam attack, boys. It truly makes no sense. On one hand, which is kind of the exact same thing. I get why, like, oh, you could knock a wizard out of stun when they're like trying to do a huge channeled comet or something, which is basically a slam. And I'm like, I feel a little bit better about that. But when you in melee range are doing a melee slam to a melee target and you just get stun. It's like, the fuck, like, isn't it hard enough to be melee, man? Can I just use my attacks? And I feel a little bit the same about they did a Chieftain rework this patch. I don't think Chieftain had a cannot be stunned before, but like Juggernaut has cannot be stunned on Marauder of the Ascendancies, and Berserker has cannot be stunned when Rage is above blah 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 blah. And then Chieftain's just like, I don't know, someone at Grinding Gear ate some alphabet soup, vomited it, and then they made the Chieftain class out of the vomit. Sorry to get so specific, but I have the insider scoop on that one. These words all make sense, right, guys?
Ancestors forgive me. I have opened the way to
I think Chieftain would be really good, and I would actually probably love the new Ascendancy if one change were made. Okay, 2 changes. I'm gonna ask for 2 while I'm here, but the one important one is the Strike Slam Clone node cannot be the prerequisite to the Fist of War Ancestral Call node. They don't even synergize. There is no reason to have one, to have both of them, and you have to have the worst one first. It doesn't work together. And if I had to pray for a second change, it would be that Jewel Cluster where all of your attacks deal fire damage. Y'all need to add something to the game where that matters. Where there is any way to build around that node. I thought for 100% sure they were going to add, like there's a Solarine bow that's pure fire, and PoE 2 has pure fire two-hander bases, like the Karui axes in PoE 2 were 100% fire damage. I was like, oh, so this is the patch where they're gonna like change the Karui axe to be fire damage so that Chieftain can use them a little bit easier with this new node.
I will repay your gift.
Oh, they didn't do that. That's weird. That's surprising, I guess. Okay, speaking of things to do, there's a very simple thing that I noted that I really need to do when I get to this next waypoint. What was it? I didn't say it out loud. This is the guessing game. Wait, why did I take element? I do not deal elemental. What is going on in my head? I need Blood Frenzy is what I needed. That needed to be melee physical. So badly did that need to be melee physical.
Not return if you must.
The spirit hunts with.
Wow, I still don't have enough decks.
Be well.
Sometimes it'd be like that when you go to get Blood Frenzy. And you just realize you can't equip Blood Frenzy until you have like an amulet.
Return if you must.
I greet
You
you.
also selling the amulet?
Stay true to you.
But that is, that really is... You start doubling your speed. Very important, and you have to jump through like 4 hoops. Well, two. The two that I just brought up. Mostly. Then you already need to buy so many things. Like, I would still love to have another alteration to get a Herald of Purity. This ain't it. I have a feeling this is going to turn out into a go right layout. And we are going to save and exit to go right, probably. But we hope not. Man, this is my least favorite map in the game. I do not get it. And like after that, all of these pyramids are fine and they're easy. But that first one to find the exit is like, it could be over here on one side or completely opposite on the other side. And it's, I don't know that there's really a tell. Change map drop chance this league? Not as far as anyone knows. That is not where that exit should be. I was gonna say too, we need a quick ancient pyramid to catch up. When we were on our way down here and we had a bit of time remaining. This has been the slowest. Oops, didn't mean to do that, but we might still get use out of it. I wanted to look at that. At 50 minutes, we could be killing Piety. It's kind of, the degree of... I don't know if I could be doing that on Marauder, but it's certainly the degree of how much faster I would like to be going. I believe Templar and Witch could be doing Piety right now. Nami.
Going.
Never got movement speed boots either.
It is good to feel your warmth again, Rama, Father of Light.
Is it possible to update these splits mid-run and then do an Act 10 run? And like keep the prior splits? Oh my god, I upgraded that. That was bad. Sewer is there. I swear they used to put like an actual sewer on the mini map for you. But I've been starting to try and note on layouts where I saw it, because it doesn't show the check mark until you get close.
Wet.
So wet. Oh yeah. This sure is the crematorium. Piety, please be up. Piety's over here.
You're simply too stupid
I'm
to be
too
realistic. Aren't
stupid.
you, brute? You're nothing more than an animal. You're nothing more than an animal.
Say it again and I'll kill you. Damn it, she didn't say it again. I'll have to do it later.
Bye.
I was gonna say you should put a portal near the sewer so you can just go back to the sewer, but you can't do that because you save and exit crematorium, and save and exit anywhere was your portal. My damage feels a lot lower than it should. Wondering what's up with that. Oh, these are physical resistant. Never mind. Carry on.
Slaves.
I'm gonna pause for 1 sec.
Wet.
I have a real think here. I mean, that's a 4 link. That's never gonna be great though, because it's blues. Pray. I want to make sure what my links are, because something feels real gunky. I think my axe is a lot worse than I'm giving it credit for. I'm giving it the credit and it does not deserve it. I'm willing to bet that's what it is, and we go to town and we're gonna buy an axe. We're gonna try and buy a Val axe. No, those are level 28. So we're not gonna do that. The next axe should be 24. And we are 23, so we're not going to do that. We're going to do it after the save and exit, though. Yeah. Anyone got any fucking mana? Normally you would run like double life tap. But I have only gotten red greens and haven't been able to do it.
Bring me back. You getting boy?
Oh, I'm getting boy. This Chumpo isn't even... Oh no, he's selling a poleaxe and it's magic. That sucks. I wish... This is just one of those things that I personally wish is that they would sell or make scouring orbs available earlier. Because it kind of feels like like destroy this item. That's not that valuable, right? There's so many times vendors are like selling you a magic item with absolute trash on it and you actually want the base, but you can't really do anything with it because there's like no scouring orbs until I don't know when they start dropping. I would scour the axe that I'm currently holding like twice if I had to. So this ghost is about to go sicko mode.
Wet.
Ghosts aren't even real. This is really slow, this whole run. I was thinking of continuing to Act 10, but I don't think I'm going to. I would like to put the time in the book. I think a huge... Actually, you know what? I'm having a flashback right now. I league started with this filter. I played it until like Act 10. And then I got to endgame and realized it was hiding half the shit I needed. It's either hiding or making like not a big deal about them, where it's a melee speedrun filter, but I think that it's biased towards green sockets, where like it's like, oh hey, did you know a red green just dropped? I have never fucking heard this thing ever say red, and there's no way that throughout X number of runs and my league start that like one didn't happen. And I remember, because I did a whole bunch of practice runs before League Start on a different filter, and things felt cool and I liked it. And then randomly I was like, let's do this other one. This is like, a lot of people use this. It should be pretty good. And I don't like it at all. It's very hard to find a replacement because I think the other one that I was using, like... I can't remember. There was some issue. I all have issues.
Need something? Be careful.
Pause. I have so many filters. I tried a lot of them. Melee. This one is good, but it highlights like every gem socket. I like it a lot, but it's like, hey, this is a blue. And it's like, I don't care, but it makes them very obvious, and it makes a lot of things obvious that I want. The only real problem with it, I guess, is that it is not... Yeah, level melee? I don't even know what this is or where I got this. Giga Chad, fuck off. Not a single clue what that is, to be honest, either. I've been wondering myself. then these are actually good witch ones. I liked these a lot. But it's like all three of these were from the same person. And apparently fuck melee. They don't exist for melee. And then every time I watch someone who's doing like a melee character speedrun, I'm like, man, that filter looks awesome. I want to use that. And it's nowhere to be found. I don't know. Oi. Is that usable? Sure is. At least have leap slam attack speed. Anywho. Let's just finish this up. Spent hours making your own. A lot of those are because I'm following people who made them. I wouldn't mind learning to edit them. But like, I don't know if I can because I'm following people, you know? I don't really know how to do any of it. I guess I have the local files for the witch ones that I like. And I could just change them to be red sockets instead of like blue sockets, and I'd be happy with it.
This is the eternal way, pretty and lifeless.
And well, it also has like goat's horns and stuff like that. Just send in my filter blade every league. Again, don't enable him. He can go to your account and click follow, and whatever changes are made to your filter blade will automatically, he won't have to do literally anything anymore. I don't know if this changed recently, but there's also, you can just follow the official filter blade strict, very strict, not strict, and they will automatically update every league. There is no need to update your filter personally ever, unless you are doing something. Damn it, I gotta stop upgrading Blood Rage. I don't know, this run... Fuck this run. All my homies hate this run. But yeah, that other, the AAA melee, whatever, is like, I'll kill a boss or I'll kill a rare and it'll just be a gigantic pile of anonymous blues on the ground. And I always miss color sockets that I actually want because it'll be like 3 blue in a giant pile of 10 things it's showing me. And it's like, I don't fucking care about the 3 blue. Who cares? I can already tell this filter's hiding a lot more, which is good. If it actually showed me the things that I need as well, but I don't know. We haven't done enough. Can a Val Gem save this run? No.
The cockroach. I like a dash. Believe me, not a cockroach.
We wish. Not even... I don't know. Let's just say this will be easy to beat.
place, Karui slave. Let me remind
This is hitting the realm if I don't want to continue. Yeah, I think it is at that point. I see a bajillion things that I could have done better, and because I didn't do them, shit's gonna suck for a while. But also, I'm still not 100% convinced. Also, this is what I'm talking about. So like, this is the axe we're using, 29 to 43. I thought that was higher than 2 to 11 lightning. Just random magic in here is 40 to 90 damage with accuracy. My weapons have been so bad. And I think a big part of it has been juggling sockets, and I really, really genuinely think my loot filter's not like, I haven't seen a fucking Val axe drop. I've seen like the 2 pole axes drop with 1 socket. I'm gonna go on like a character that can clear blood aqueducts and just like test these loot filters and find one that I want to use. Yeah, I have a bunch of old ones like Endless Delve. When the hell was that? Ultimatum? I don't know how to like unfollow these ones that I made forever ago. There's some ancient ones in here. The fuck is a default? And then you get these issues where everyone has their own little special fucking MP3 quest item MP3. Oh, we couldn't find it, so the entire loot filter doesn't work. Yeah, we'll never know what GigaChat is either, because I'm missing 1 file. Dude, I don't even think I have one that I can even try. I think that's the best one, but it's kind of generic and doesn't show specifically anything. Items? Any items? Any items? Any items? Any items? See, I don't know if this is hiding way too much or what. Or run it back on something else. Like the same drops. What would have this is the one that we were using. A melee. Which, yeah, I brought this up, that I feel like this one is from a time where claws were meta. Showing decent stuff. Showing life flasks. Showing axes. Yeah, I think it prefers, like, you want claws, dude. And you want green sockets. When Marauder Man needs, like, 3 separate... He needs, like, red gloves, red boots, red armor. And, like, 1 green socket for Blood Rage and 1 for faster attacks. And that's it. It certainly don't need malls. This is decent, but I know that I feel like I've used better. Like this one is... Never mind. This one isn't showing like any of the life flasks or anything. Caster bias. I like how explicitly it colors flasks. Because it like does make a big difference. Whenever I use this filter a couple times I have, when I was leveling Witch, flasks were never a problem. Now every Marauder run that I've done, I am on like 2 small life flasks by the time I finish Act 1, and I've like never seen a flask before. I don't know what to do. Just go again. Level melee doesn't exist. Quest item. Hold up. Like how? And how and who gives a shit? I also have like 10 folders full of files that are like sounds for this filter, sounds for this filter, sounds for this filter. And then I go to use my filters and none of them have the sounds. Fuck, dude. Alright, new run. What time is it?
You were born to be swift and
I'm
strong.
ready.
What did you do
I'm
with your
practiced.
gifts, duelist?
It's gamer mode.
Squandered them on self-indulgence.
The only thing left to do is go gamer mode. Yeah, a full gamer mode. He's gonna say all the words.
Dead rise to challenge me here.
And I'm probably gonna ignore chat again until after like early act 2 because I just want a good run. I'm just gonna focus on do me run and what I need to do next at all times. Kill Brutus. Go to town. Sell things at Nessa. Look for an axe with red sockets. Scratch inside my ear. That was very itchy.
It's nice not to be dead yet.
Take out these gems. Identify that armor. There's 2 red. That's decent already. We don't sell that. Sell it Nessa. Thunder Walk.
Fine work with.
Get that. Sell item. Might as well on him actually. And then we go to purchase. Get the axe. We don't need Nessa. Fuck Nessa.
Do you think you are savage enough to face
Is
the
the
land
Marauder.
of the damned?
Whoa. Time lost to name.
The dead should remember their place.
I'm actually gonna hide my chat. Ripperino, guys. But I can see just enough of it to know that there's a message, but not enough to be able to see them. This is torture. What does it say?
I live to see another dawn.
Okay, immediately go to Tarkley. Thunderwalk Tarkley, over to Nessa. Get Ground Slam. Sell, 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 sell. We already have a decent axe. Might as well look. Pause timer because somehow must have been when I was editing my filter. I lost the regex to search. I tried to do it like 3 times. That's why you search. He gets 2. Guys, he gets 2. She sells no rustic sashes. We cringe a little.
I am surrounded by living corpses, dying Moriathans.
We're not going to equip the armor until we get to Roa's. Because it would allow us to get a 2-link, but wearing an armor makes you move slower. There's really no reason to wear it yet. Like as I walk into mudflats, I'm gonna start to do the gem swap. Make sure you don't miss that waypoint, Buster. Hey there, pal. Wouldn't want to miss that waypoint. Looks like we're on a little bit of a cringe layout. Is resistant Roas. Love it. We need that. We need that.
Wisdom.
I have no idea where the exit is because I have never seen that layout before. I'm like in an odd way aware of roughly what I need it to do, but also have never actually seen it. Gonna kill these blues to make sure we hit 4. Dude, Hailrake really is seeing ghosts sometimes, and it's just like casting spells in the opposite direction of the player. Do not freeze me. We are Vendawalk Cell. There's nothing we could really want from him anymore. Need 1 scroll of wisdom. We walk into a corner as usual while we change our gems.
Wisdom.
Don't like this layout here. Brother?
To kill is to live and break last.
Need a red socket for our totem, but our filters gonna show us red sockets. I don't know. This is kind of what I mean. I almost want to like get to the end of this and then pause the timer and like walk back through ledge and be like, just look at literally every item on the ground. Do some investigative journalism. I do sure know that silver coins are dropping, though. I can tell you that much.
Large light flask.
I mean, maybe I get unlucky and blame my loot filter because items are dropping.
3 red armor. Wisdom.
3 red, it told me 3 red armor. Maybe I just did like 3 or 4 runs and no items dropped the whole run. You know? That's probably possible. Or, like I've been saying, I also know that I don't check vendors enough. But that's what I mean that concerns me, is how highlighted that Sharktooth Claw was. That claws are like, dude, you want a claw? Remember when claws were meta?
Large light flask.
Sorry, transmutation orb.
A slave is not a man. A slave is not even worthy of death.
Marauder gets the honor of doing Submerged Passage. An area full of ledges to jump over without a jump, dash, or frost blink. There's a lot of these oh no, I see where to go. It's like when I get down here, I eventually see it and I try a couple rounds like, oh, this isn't it, and then I look at the mapping and I go, oh, that has to be it, and I should have really been able to tell that that was it before I walked over there. It's kind of commonplace.
There's a few men. Got a job? Stay sharp.
God hasn't abandoned
We
us.
love those gloves because they had intelligence on them, which gives us Frostblink earlier than we should have it.
Wisdom.
Yo, this stupid guy's gonna die to this trap. Dumbass! Use a healing potion, idiot! I'm gonna... Ooh, I don't know, this layout could be to the right. Kind of doubting it. But if this is a dead end, then we're gonna timer pause in town. Okay, we're not. There is, so like...
Wet.
You can buy goat horns early, and they're level 6 requirements, and they're big damage upgrades for casters. Jade Chopper is kind of what you want on Maraudo map. Blech. I don't know if you can buy those from Tarkley early, if they show up in the shop early. I kind of want to look right now, because they should... If he was selling them, he would be selling them now. I know he can, but it also feels like every time I go to buy a two-handed axe, he sells, like, I don't know, he starts turning into a shoe salesman or some shit. Tarkley's always like, what do you mean? You wanted weapons.
Fusing. Fusing.
It's so far. It's 10 times further back than I thought it was. But I do believe this one-handed can be much stronger than my two-hand.
Your brawn is about to meet its match.
10, 15. Just based on attack speed, it should be.
Your crime is trespass. Your sentence is death.
Dude, did I fucking do my things backwards again? Bloodstance and the other one? Because I am constantly, again, the exact opposite problem of last time. Holy shit, he'd be dead already.
You will know my misery. Come and share it with me.
Your spirit is the plaything of the ancestors, slave master. The
Yeah, Chaboy has the Jade Choppers, but he doesn't have
Stay sharp.
a way to make them good.
While we live, we are blessed.
Or I don't have a way to make them good. I don't have, whatever the fuck it is I'm trying to say. 19-minute bird is dead is mumble 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 gurgle. So far from level 10 gurgle gurgle.
Wisdom.
Still not level 10.
Is this the land I walk upon? Every death brings me life.
I use my whetstone to buy the axe, so I can't do a rustic sash on the axe because I bought the axe with the whet. I can hit it with the magic and pray. Oh, wrong way. We're not doing Fair Graves. 20-minute Fairgraves.
Iron ring.
No thanks. Yeah, I know. I need to put this axe on. If I don't drop like an alchemy or find an essence before Merville, I'm just gonna do it. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. The damage on this one-hander isn't bad, but the attack speed and how many hits we're gonna have to do, we're gonna like run out of mana fighting Merville. And it's gonna be clunky and awkward. Hello? 24% fizz, we love that. Melee combat, we love that. I wish Merville would teleport more often. If I'm honest. Fucker. Fucker! That last teleport was brutal. Where I like used all my mobility, took damage from leet slamming because it's on life tap, finally got over there, put 3 pillars, walked itself into like a corner, summoned explode boys,
Your curse is over, Siren.
set up the full defensive matrix.
All life is twisted in Rayclast.
It's actually crazy to me that I have had some witch runs that were 25 minutes. Like, what the fuck did I do on those runs? That muling marauder wasn't 5 minutes slower. Someone crying?
The Eternal Empire was built by sickened minds.
Love that. Tried to hit the insta teleport, goofed it. Thought it wouldn't take time to kill them, then they'll spread out. Not great drops out of that. But I think I would always go for that. I've got a feeling that this is the right way to go if you want to go to the boss. But we're going to miss the Trial of Ascendancy. Nope, I was wrong. Good. Good. Wait, no, it's not good that I'm wrong. I would rather know. Smash. When does this filter just stop saying wisdom, by the way? I thought it said wisdom. Dude, I need to like spend whatever amount of time it is required to do to find a good melee level filter. Which I've already done twice. Really wants you to have those sounds, and then it just stops using them.
Dioria. Going.
Ready, exile? It is.
A good perforate was for leveling. If you were doing a different kind of marauder, I don't know, it's like specifically what that would be. Sunder would probably be better here.
The ancestors.
Maybe. In fact, I probably could just use Sunder at this point, but because I've already muled for perforate, it was worth the time. Just keep doing it and not spend time going to grab it. But this build eventually ends up using Blade Storm, Rage Vortex, and you need Blood and Sand and all of that duelist shit. So it ends up having a much smoother transition that when we get Blade Storm and Rage Vortex, we just swap like 2 gems. Ish. Though Perforate has the added benefit of, like, Sunder is really good against mobs, but not the best against bosses, and I think Perforate probably does more boss damage when you do Blood Stance. Yo, Einhar, let's fuck this spider up. Yo, Einhar, you hold down 4 legs, I'll hold down 4 legs. Einhar, help. Jesus Christ, what are these? Oh, physical resistant. Act 2, your build doesn't work here. Try playing non-physical build, and then we'll talk. It's tragic. It overall, dude, they're gonna be physical. I should have reset the dungeon. All of these fuckers are gonna be phys resistant because that's how it works now. Wait, no, these ones are accurate. Maybe the ones in the second phase? I don't know. Also, on the note of good leveling skills, Molten Strike is actually pretty good. As I was trying some Molten Strike leveling stuff today. It's good for a minute.
Go.
You and that's the road.
The end of learning is the beginning.
That 2 times alt is the best shit that could have happened for us. So we're gonna go to town. Oh, that's why Spider felt a little jank. I didn't have Herald of Ash on. Last run, we weren't able to put Herald of Ash on for like a crazy long time because we had no items and no sockets and no gear and nothing until Act 3, and then we still didn't really have anything. I think, yeah, I walked past it while I was talking and looking at my gem. That's cool. Fuck. That's a bad time to realize it exactly when I walked past the exit. But yeah. Then we can get Blood Rage and stuff.
Your death had more
Pick it
honor
up.
than your life, Creighton.
Yes?
Oh, and then you still can't wear it because of dexterity. Dexterity. I need different boots, but they have move speed, so I can't really change those boots. Can't really swap anything. Fuck. Pause. This happens a lot. We get to this point, and we do not have enough dexterity to use Blood Rage, which makes us go very fast. We get dexterity here. We get 20. That puts us at 34, but we always need 41. Is there a dex node? There is one right there. Could have taken that. Could have taken that dex node right there. I thought... No, we found an amber amulet. And then the only dex amulet is chance. Okay. Resume. Learning, learning, learning.
Going?
Going? No, learning. Now, because we were actually able to afford purity of punch guys, we should be in a fairly good spot. That jade chopper, we throw that. We don't need that. You know what? This run is 30 times easier if we save Alira, but then you get to endgame and you're like, man, Alira, we need to respec that. Like, it actually removes such a massive layer of micromanagement to save her. And the need for life tap gems, like, at all. But I've come to realize the endgame league start build does not use crit, and will never use crit. And I'll switch characters before it needs crit. Which I didn't realize on the previous league start. Bruh, exit. That is correct, Mr. Fudge. Or Mrs. Or Doggess. Or Heir to the Throne. Or Your Honor, whatever. But yeah, the mana regen coming off of Alira, just like you don't have to use life tap on anything and you never worry about mana like ever again. But because we don't do her, then we don't have mana regen, and then our leap slam is killing us. Or it's using up all of our mana that we want to use on other stuff. And even when you get lifesteal on the pathing, which we do get, like right now, no, we get 40% damage to rares, and you come over here and you get lifesteal, and it still feels like you don't have any lifesteal until you actually get like bonkers damage, I guess. Yeah, this one little flimsy mana flask has a mountain on its back.
One red, 2 G.
Oh, bro. Okay, level up dexterity. That was a big thing to remember. Thank you, streamer. That was pissing me off every time I saw you not do that. As that gives us frenzy charges and attack speed, it makes our leap slam a lot faster. But we also have to remember to activate it every single map. We want that pole arm. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, the sockets! It's always... I can't wait for PoE 2 socket system, for real. I say that every league, 30 times a league. I am so sick of socket. So what's the hey, cool item. That item's an upgrade. Your sockets, gem sockets, gem sockets, gem sockets till endgame. And then endgame, you decide to wear a cool armor that's intelligence based, and you need red sockets on it. Oh god, sockets. It's socket time, everyone.
Ancestors, forgive me. I have opened the way.
Ready, exile? It is time to hunt.
Here's what we're gonna do. Herald of Ash. War Banner. We lost movement speed on boots. It's worth it because we get most of our speed from attack speed from Leap Slam. It's not as big of a deal to miss out on the 10% move speed as it would be on other characters. But this mana is really gross. Marauder does not get mana leech anywhere near his tree. Does not get mana on kill. Marauders don't kill. I don't think they really get anything. For the mana situation, besides, have you heard about life tap? And that requires sockets, and literally everything that I do requires a red socket, so it's hard. I need some like 3 red gloves, and that would alleviate a lot of pressure. pause. On that note, I was gonna see how close. It's a little bit goofy too. Our life mastery is up here, and then you could get 30% of your life cost becomes mana cost becomes life cost, so that helps a lot. But the way you path. Also, I'm realizing in these runs at Merville, I should have had these. Uh-huh. In fact, I think I should have those now. I've been forgetting those. But yeah, it's hard to get a life mastery. Takes too long. Would love to have it early. Okay, let's try this fucked layout. I have a hunch, top right. I just have a hunch. I'm stuck. I actually thought my internet went out again. This is around the time probably that my internet went out last night. I want to know what my hunch was based on. Well, now that I'm right. Fucking nothing. How do I get up there, though?
Thank you, my ancestors. I will repay you.
This is going massively better than last time, though. Because I got a decent axe, like an acceptable axe. Somehow time is behind last time, though. I don't know if that's last time's time. I think that's just like a witch time. I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, last run didn't kill Apex until like 50 something minutes. I remember saying that like Piety should be dead right now. Or could be dead. We absolutely prioritize keeping an eye out for gloves. And then look in town, see if we can buy a 4-link Val axe or anything like that. And I should have equipped melee physical damage a long time ago. Ruby ring, we equip those. But you can't do it while you're looking at a vendor, because, I don't know, you don't have the technology for that. This guy hates this game. And we buy rage support. And we would buy a second rage support, but we can't do that.
Keep your wits about you.
It is good to feel your warmth again, Ramako, Father of Light.
This guy just mansplained to Ramako, Father of Light, that Ramako, Father of Light is called Ramako, Father of Light. It wasn't like, thank you, God. He was like, thank you, God, Father of Light, by the way. And God was like, yeah, I know. But I also complain about it 24/7. It's in a great state, except for all of the minor inconveniences and tiny little annoyances and like quill pricks along the way, where they just have been trying to make this game PoE 2 for about 5 years and then decided that it's actually not PoE 2 anymore, but there's still all of the remnants of that thing that it's not. So I think, you know, fair to hate about half of the game where it was trying to be a different game. And I'm very curious what next league brings. More than, I mean, I would have thought this one, but this one had a chieftain rework that feels like it came straight out of PoE 2. So like, sometimes it seems like their dev cycle, they always say that they work on a league, and while they're working on a league, they don't know what the next one is. I don't know like what their internal development cycle is for things that sort of carry over more, because no one has ever thought to ask them that question in all of the interviews where they've talked about this. They always ask the same 3 questions. But it feels like there is a 3 league delay from when they say this is something we're considering and then it actually happening. But, as we delve deeper into the chimera that is Grinding Gear Games, that fucking PoE 2 lead producer said that they knew that PoE 2 had to be a separate game 3 years ago. Someone was like, hey, when did you first realize this split was going to be important? He was like, 3 years ago. No pause, no follow-up. Well, why are they still trying to be each other to this day? No, that question unasked.
You're simply too stupid to be realistic, aren't you, brute?
She knows me so well. But yeah, like, I don't know, if next league isn't telling of their direction they want things to go, and parts of this league I would say we're telling. Oh, you gotta actually kill the guy. But if next league isn't telling of them returning to PoE 1 form and having new staff and all that, then maybe the one after that one. We need the Trial of Ascendancy. In this layout, I have no idea where it is. I'm not sure if it's possible for it to be left, but it didn't look like there was room for it on the right, so we went left. Because it always like goes in this direction, so I thought if it was left, there would have to be a lot of room for it, and I guess there was a lot of room for it. Haste. Haste? I don't think Marauder can usually get haste. That's a real think-thonk. How would Marauder want to go fast? Parts of this league we're telling. I think the Tormented Spirits corrupting the player type of shit is where they're kind of like, fine, fuck it, we don't care. We're gonna do some weird stuff and start developing for things to be a little bit crazier.
You are welcome.
Which is more of the PoE 1 style.
What is it?
Because you don't do that in prep for PoE 2. Please. Four-link. The different copy pasta for 4-link. No 4-link. This haste gem, though. The Atlas Tree Keystones? I'm going to disagree. That I feel like most of the Keystones were made for bad players or Ruthless. And that continuing to push Ruthless is kind of like why I thought that's what PoE 2 was. It's like all of the Sacred Grove harvest stuff is like, if you're bad, here's what you do in Ruthless where you're weak. And Ritual? Oh, guys, if you want to do Ritual and Ruthless, here's like 4 keystones for you. I think the keystone changes, almost all of them were made for Ruthless, just like how all of the class changes this patch were for Ruthless. So this league we got like 1 support gem, I think. Of new content. If you don't like Trial of the Ancients, there's like a support gem, I think.
How do we slaves who were once bought and sold? Pigs here.
Ready, exile? It is time to...
Maybe just testing PoE stuff in first PoE. I mean, yeah, that is what they're doing. But I'm kind of sick of this game that I really like being the guinea pig. It's a lot familiar with how Valve developed a lot of their games and how they treated TF2 for a long time, where it's like, we're just gonna test this quirky thing in here before we actually like fuck around with Dota or CSGO, which we actually care about. So we're gonna put like this stupid shit none of you guys like in your game. It's not gonna go over well, but it's just gonna stay there, and then we're never gonna take this information and use it in CSGO because it like didn't work out. But like, thanks for letting us know this was a bad idea. Enjoy it forever now. And there is a lot in current PoE that feels like they know it was a bad idea and they stopped adding content related to it. And they're like, yeah, I don't know, we tried something. Didn't work. And it went core instead of ultimatum. Fuck you. Doesn't elaborate. Ultimatum deserved better. I mean, I still think it's gonna get better because they keep talking about, oh, we're gonna bring it back. Oh, we're gonna bring it back. Oh, we're gonna bring it back. But it's taken so long that I'm starting to feel like the we're gonna bring it back is referring to it's a mechanic in PoE 2 that we'll talk about again in a year when PoE 2 beta's out. Because players liked it so much, we're putting it in CSGO or CS instead of TF2. It's like the same scenario is what I was describing. That thing that you loved about PoE 1, you can only play in PoE 2 now. Dumbass. Log in, dude. And then once it's like gate kept long enough and like everyone does it in PoE 2, it'll be like, oh, we brought it back to PoE 1. Enjoy. And we're not quite over the bridge where I can say that is what is happening, but it feels like what's happening. You know, this loot filter, like seriously, this loot filter, we're in Act 3, a 4-link drops, and it just looks like a regular blue on the ground. Like, it doesn't care. You don't think I want to know that? This loot filter that has like 100 sounds packaged for it for Reggie Blue G. You're not even going to color the item? I don't know. This is I do not like Trial of the Ancients. I haven't played it like at all. The new League mechanic. But this is probably the most I've stayed logged into Path of Exile during a patch cycle. Still, even though Sentinel was great, this is like, I don't know, enjoyable game state, exciting time. It's just a shame all the stuff that are kind of feeling left behind a little bit. Oh, good luck to you, you daft fucking turd. He seriously call me a daft turd? There's no fucking what? Hold on. Did I unplug a Herald of Purity? Sure did, pal. Oh, that's a 3-link. Ugh. I got excited. Though it was mostly greens and we can't really do anything about that. Because again, I really genuinely believe this loot filter thinks that it wants to show me greens. I'm always finding like green, red boots. Never finding reds.
This is the eternal way, pretty and lifeless.
League mechanics really get reworked. I'm a I don't know, for a while there I was always the new League mechanic enjoyer and would kind of do them. I think maybe there was just a string of them that I liked, but now there's been a string of them that I don't like. Like I'm not a big Sanctum enjoyer. I'm not fully convinced anyone is actually a Sanctum enjoyer. I think they just like Divine Orbs, honestly. I appreciate that it's a very different build challenge and that different builds thrive in it. And it's a change of pace. But the PoE community is a little bit too predictable in what League mechanics they tell you are their favorites. Ooh, let's fucking go. Oh, another 4-link. Okay, this is going to take some item management that I don't want to spend the time doing, but we really actually probably need to do. I think I'm hitting like a I've played too much tonight and I just don't even want to mess with gem sockets anymore. I'm over it.
2 red, 1 Tiama.
Oh god, was this the super don't go this way layout? Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. People like things that give a lot of currency. Except for Heist. I think people would like Heist, even though it gives, like, because of the currency. However, the thing holding that back is that you have to leave the rogue hideout to trade that currency. So, like, you make a lot of money, but it will piss you off. So, I don't know how that still is that way. Wait, what am I missing? Hold up, pause. I didn't take the infernal talc from her.
What do you want, not a cockroach? Goodbye, not a cockroach.
I always try and be the nice guy and go to the Rogue Harbor to meet people there. Get met by the longest loading screen known to mankind, and then they have already left and are in a hideout.
You've forgotten your place, cowardly slave. Let me remind you.
Hold on, I was trying something. It clearly wasn't working the way I thought it was going to. Banner reservation, yo. We fizz resistant? No. I could definitely have... Well, I don't usually have the socket space for it, but we should have vulnerability by this point. Speed this fight up a tiny bit. It's mostly melee issues, is that I can't stand near the boss. What level are we? 25. Kill Piety. Turn into Rage Vortex. Gilded axe drop is nice. Shitty sockets, but so is my axe. Because it's easier to replace your weapon when your sockets are just always bad. Then you never had anything in it to begin with. But socket pressure gets worse real soon because we want to have a 4-link Rage Vortex and a 4-link Blade Storm. And with my current setup, I don't know how we even get 2 3-links.
Piety, you are truly Kitava's slave, a daughter of corruption.
And then you also want like a 3-link for Leap Slam. It's the one thing about this start that rubs me the wrong way compared to wizard witchies who are just like rolling magma in. I'm good. Thank you for asking.
Alchemy.
I wish like Orb of Binding was a quest reward. As you typically find them too late to matter a lot of the time. And they also don't want to hand out 4-link quest rewards because they don't want to give you like, oh, we don't want to give you the best thing in their own words. But then with an Orb of Binding, you still kind of have to like make it and do it yourself, and it would help intro you to crafting. If you was a noob. Which is maybe why they don't do it. Because why would you want to introduce a new player to crafting? Are you gonna try minion build?
What?
You've done your ancestors proud, Karu.
Oh, the Despicable Me build. No, I'm not gonna be doing that.
You'll be remembered, Karui.
Yo, I thought she was my totem. Where did she go? Holy crap. Piety, Piety, where are you? Holy crap, she's playing Where's Waldo on me? Dead. Invisible until she shows up and fucking one-taps you out of the air.
Do the honorable thing and die. Do the honorable thing and die.
Dude, can we stop turning into fucking Frost guy for a second?
Do the honorable thing
No!
and die.
I think this,
Damn you.
I think this goes... Again, I don't have the stock. I was gonna say, like, vulnerability would actually make that fight go so much faster. These are all... No, you get Rage Vortex.
Goodbye.
Piety's off the...
Watch yourself.
You remember that you had a 4-link helmet as well. You need Frostlink. Somewhere goes there. Then you... Oh my god, wait. Well, you need to leave it kind of open, actually, for... Fuck off. We'll move stuff later. We're gonna need to find a place to put Rage Vortex.
What is it? Watch yourself.
We get Rage Vortex, Blade Storm, 1 chance orb. Excuse me, hun? Can I perhaps trade you 1 fusing that I could have walked back for earlier for this chance orb? Fuck!
Be careful.
I've never had an issue buying this. How do I not have 1 chance orb?
Be careful.
Whoops, I took my glove off. Dude, I'm all goofed up. You gotta change so much shit here. We don't actually get to use it for 2 more levels. So we have time to find 1 chance orb or 1 fusing. For a while there this run, things felt like they were gonna go okay. Going fast in this game, as it turns out though, is hard. This is like the hardest part of the run to make everything work, and we're definitely too far behind in levels. So like right now, optimally, we immediately go do lab. but we're not level 28, and we don't want to do lab until we have the Rage Vortex set up. I think we still do it, and then we come out and then we change. That makes sense to me.
You stand before the gates of the Lord's labyrinth. Within these walls, the living goddess is
Open the doors.
the weary traveler. When one defiles the effigy, one
Though this might actually be hard without Rage Vortex, and we might die, and then we might just like give up and cry. Should have bought vulnerability.
You were born for this.
You say that,
You are not an emperor
but then you don't phase immediately.
before you.
It'll probably be faster to go this way.
When the time comes to strike, an emperor strikes without hesitation. Things that slumber to entertain now is to dance with the dead. You are condemned.
Go, 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 go. Dude, Rage Vortex? This is what I mean. Rage Vortex just fucking insta does this.
Nobility is a lie.
And we out here dying.
You were born for this. Pity the emperor who sits alone on his throne.
So this run, I learned how important it is to be level 28 at Imperial Garden. And to also have a chance orb, which I've done this build a few times and never even realized I needed a chance orb to do that. Because usually you have like 6 by this point. And this lab is stinky. I knew it. Come in. This is actually like the biggest normal lab I think I've ever seen. Yo, we still didn't hit 28. I'm talking comedy.
The pursuit of power can be a grotesque affair. An aspirant can afford to be promising. An emperor.
I think we're gonna die in here.
Awaits you with open jaws.
Just saying. I think we're dead.
Finish this.
I feel like I am permanently 30% chilled right now.
Violence is delicate. Accept no ill. You are free.
This is why I can never tell what fucking sockets. Everything just, it's just everything. Amongst all that.
Unique.
Before your emperor, you are worthy. Before the goddess.
This run is like 30 minutes too slow.
Worthy. Receive our blessings, embrace our gifts, and rise ascendant. For this is the ending that we all deserve.
But for completionist's sake, we get rage first. We take some very optimal time out to go anywhere and kill one mob now.
What is it?
We don't have the chance. Oh yeah, we found a fusing. I was just gonna stop if I was gonna say fine, fuck it, man. Double checking, I do have Rage Vortex. I do have so many
yourself.
sockets available. Herald of Purity, you gotta go. And then it's been a while, so I actually kind of forget what my links are supposed to be, but because this axe has elemental damage, we're gonna do that.
Be kind if you can.
I think something on my leveling was wrong. That I should be at the axe nodes by now.
The Karui do not hide in towers.
I'm remembering that being very helpful at this point. But I am like nowhere actually near that on my tree. I think I did finish this off up here and then go through life instead of coming up here. And then that puts you near axe. Dominus. It's me. I'm frozen. Is resistant? Oh, extra life. I think I'm gonna study up on this build. Make sure I've got it all down. Have all my T's crossed. Know all my chance orb costs. Because I've been kind of jumping around. Like, try this, try that. Do which, do that. Maybe just do some... I don't know. I don't know, but I'm not happy with the time. And again, as I'm going through my head, like what I could have changed and what would have went easier, I think a lot of it's going to come down to loot filter. Is that it's just I'm playing.
I exiled an animal.
This I need so many sockets, and I really don't think I'm being shown the ones I want to be shown. So I'm missing probably a lot of them. Hold on, everyone. Also this. If we had 4 alts, our axe would be good. I know where you get that, and you get it during this act, and we would have it by now. I think filter, I need my filter like a really good one, and I need to be a lot more diligent on picking up currencies and just getting the right, like knowing well ahead of time. So I have written down in old notes that I haven't really even looked at what my gem sockets are even supposed to be, because I think what I'm using right now is just random, like, I don't know, I'll just do this. And I think that I'm gonna start saving a lira and then take the 20 regret orb L in endgame. I don't think that's gonna be that expensive to farm on like a league start, and it will save me so much time and effort, even in endgame when I don't have to worry about life taps. Because if I don't have to worry about life tap, that is like 2 red sockets I don't have to consider.
This world is an illusion, Exile.
League start Rage Vortex again? Unless there's something absolutely crazy in patch notes when they roll around that makes me want to do something else. I think I'm just gonna like practice this for a while, and then when League comes around, be good at it and try and get like a sub 3 hour League start for a campaign. Because like as scuffed as,
Bye-bye.
yeah, it's like not bad boss damage. When we'd practice it before Total launch, our best time was like 4 hours 20 minutes, which is real good. And then our league start was like 5.5 hours, and I hated that, and I don't want that to happen again ever. Oh, I didn't do lab time. So yeah, how much you want to bet? 1 alk. The Giga Axe right now when I'm done. Not quite. But yeah, also getting a level 28 early, very big deal. Because like, on this same setup, you know what I'm gonna do? And this is gonna be the last thing we do for the stream. I want to go fight Azaro again with this setup.
The goddess is watching.
You know what else I don't have? Because it's making so much sense, man. We don't make these mistakes again. We path through here. We don't spend 1, 2, 3. We get 1, 2, 3. We'd be 2 points away from Resolute Technique. We haven't had precision on this whole time. which is a pretty big deal for melee leveling. You miss a lot more than you realize. We're about Whetstone Axe.
The weary
Yeah, I know.
traveler draws close to the end of the path. When one defiles the effigy, one defiles the emperor.
I'd have done that if I was actually gonna keep playing in that one.
Strike with fidelity. By the goddess, what ambition!
Indeed.
Those who stand should never.
And then vulnerability has to be like plus 20% more damage. Which, if these gloves were ever reds. I also want to see this layout. I feel like it sucks when this happens. It's very rare that this big trapped path to the left would be the fastest route. It's usually the opposite.
When the time comes to strike, an emperor strikes without hesitation. Some things that slumber should never be awoken.
I have no mana flask because I can't equip my mana flask to level 30.
Are you a martyr? By the goddess, what ambition! Pity the emperor who sits alone on his throne.
It was like a 15-second fight. Or before, I was like hopping around for a minute or two. So as far as time losses go, make sure I am level 28 at Imperial Garden. Oh yeah, this was the, you gotta go all the way, oh no. Yeah, that one, the previous layout we did, which is like basically the same, I don't think had a spot to jump there. Lab is the same-ish for a day. Like that area that we jumped across was very, like, it's basically the same, but it's not 100% identical. It's just the direction you go in the general layout. Yeah, this is like probably the most fucked normal lab I've ever seen, where what is usually the correct path to go to get to quickest doors are like all reversed in the most obnoxious ways.
An aspirant can afford to be promising. An empire awaits you.
Boop.
Yours. and loyalty. The trap of tyranny is in
Oh, Omna. Check something. Or I'll probably go to bed. Yeah, you there is like a post-it speed run of this that someone has done. Usually when I compare and when I was practicing a lot and doing it, and a lot of the runs I'm usually like, yeah, not that far behind. Like I'll be like 10 minutes behind. At an hour and 30, they're almost done with Act 4. Because Dominus dies at 112. Which I've done, but like I'm finding that I'm really inconsistent. That one run I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I don't need to practice anymore. We're doing great. And then I'll do another run and be like, that was 20 minutes slower there, champ. So I don't know how much of that is like you got unlucky and got a bunch of shit layouts and a whole bunch of items that weren't good and sockets that were bad. And how much of that I can fix to be more consistent. But I'm gonna keep practicing. Currently I'm just trying to do like one run a day or every other day for a bit. Because I am seeing improvement every day, but there's still like... I'm surprised this run was 130. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, good night, guys. Also, 130 and I skipped Fairgraves. True. You say like that doesn't make it worse. I should have been faster because I didn't kill Fairgraves.